my channel. So today I have a very interesting topic about love.
Statistically speaking, men and women are about equal when it comes to betrayal, when it comes to cheating or betrayal. But if you're talking about specifics, detailed, men do have a slightly higher percentage of cheating compared to women. I think it's about 4 to 5% more than women in general. But the point, so we're going to discuss the difference between.
Let me ask you something.
Sure, go ahead.
Can you forgive cheating as a man?
No, honestly, look, for a man, when you cheat, majority of the time, 80% of the time, you're cheating just for sex. There's no emotion into it.
Okay.
I don't love the girl. I'm not going to leave that woman I'm not going to leave my woman for her.
Okay.
But most of the time for women are emotional beings. When you cheat because you see something in the other partner that yours doesn't have. For example, if we're dating and you find some other guy, maybe he's taller than me, maybe he's black and you find some kind of attraction to him, some kind of natural intimacy that you can't find with me because I'm white.
Okay.
Or maybe he's richer than me.
Yeah.
Maybe he's more fluent, more confident, or maybe he just is more adventurous than I am. There's some quality about that man that I'm lacking.
Okay. So if your girl cheats, you will go further to look at the physical qualities of the man she cheated with, and that will hurt you even more.
Yeah, because the fact is, look, when a guy cheats, we can cheat on an ugly girl.
Yeah.
It's not going to mean anything. But when a girl cheats, she's always going to cheat with someone better. I've never personally ever heard or ever experienced of a girl cheating on a guy with someone uglier than him or less than him.
Really?
So for men, it's a blow to our self-confidence and our ego. Because not only did our girl betray us, she is explicitly telling us that I found someone better than you. You're not good enough. That's why I was with him. So personally, I think for men, it's much, much harder to forgive.
So, do you justify men cheating over women?
No. But
Because if you have a girlfriend, why cheat?
Okay.
You can't just tell her
I
it's
mean, there could be
because of sex.
Yeah, that's true. But
Maybe if it was, but I'm not saying people should cheat when they're in like a long distance relationship.
But it does happen.
But
Look, I had a long distance relationship for 2 years. My advice, it's not worth it.
it's not what it is.
Look, humans are physical creatures. No matter how much the internet tells you, no matter how much we crave physical contact, we crave intimacy. Unless you're asexual, we need to touch the other person, we need to be around them.
Yeah.
So long distance relationships are bound to fail. Because the simple fact is you have all this pent up love and emotion and sexual tension.
Yeah.
And you have nowhere to release it.
Exactly.
It's like you're starving and you see a buffet in front of you. Every day you see it and you can never touch it. You're telling me you won't go look something else?
So let me ask you something. Now that you're in Kenya and maybe you have a girlfriend somewhere else, like far away, and you guys are in a long distance relationship, is it likely that you will find another girl to entertain while you're in Kenya, then when you go back you continue with the relationship?
I had this situation when I was in Canada. I was in a long-year relationship with my girlfriend.
Yeah.
She was an Indian and we were dating 4 years. 2 years we were in person and 2 years we were apart. And the 2 years we were apart, I suffered because I made it my life goal not to speak to a woman. I didn't go out, I didn't do anything, I studied, I worked, I was quiet, I didn't even have female friends. And I talked to her on a daily basis.
Yeah.
But girls are different, if I'm being honest. Girls don't understand boundaries and how much power they have. For example, do you believe you can be friends with a guy? Platonically?
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Why?
Because the simple fact is, unless the guy is gay, married, or blind, or asexual, there's no guy that's gonna be with a woman and doesn't find some sexual attraction to her on some level.
Like
it can be small, it can be big. The point is, it's always there. Every guy has, no matter what woman he sees, Even if she's a grandmother, he'll have some level of sexual
Even a
attraction.
grandmother,
Yeah,
really.
some level. It can be small. It can be like 0.001, but it will be there.
Wait,
And
you're making me laugh.
and the point is, girls don't see that. They think they can just be friends with the guy and it won't cause problems.
Okay.
Like for example, my girlfriend, I won't say her name, but an ex-girlfriend, she had a best guy friend. She slept at his house. Like she got drunk with her friends and they slept at his house.
Yeah.
To me, that's unacceptable. You're going and you're sleeping in another guy's house, in his bed with him.
The two of them.
Yeah, they were like under blanket nuts and everything. And
Maybe they never did anything.
it doesn't matter. That's not the point. The point is that's something you're supposed to do with your guy. That kind of level of intimacy is reserved for the person you're dating.
Okay.
You can't share that intimacy with other guys.
I agree.
And the simple fact is they were drinking. When you're drunk, you can't control yourself. You don't know what's going to happen.
Maybe.
One moment, one look in the eye, one touch of the hand, you know,
And it's gone.
and that spark comes in, that emotion, and you're just blinded by it, and then you do mistakes. That's why most cheating happens when you're drunk or after a fight, because you're high on emotions or you can't control your inhibitions.
Wow.
So the simple fact is, women don't understand this. They
Okay.
feel too safe in modern times.
I feel like it's easier for a lady to say no to cheating, or maybe it's easier for a lady to spend a night with a guy without having sex if she doesn't want,
Yeah, that's true.
because she's not emotionally there, and for us it's deep.
Yeah, but the point is, alcohol does that. Whether you like it or not, alcohol breaks that barrier down.
Okay.
When you black out from drinking too much alcohol, you can't make new memories at all.
Yeah.
So you lose cognitive function, you lose the ability to remember. All you think about is your instincts, your emotions. That guy's hot. I'm gonna go fuck him. I'm gonna go kiss him. That happens constantly. Like, I think there was a statistic I read, I'm not sure where, that 20 to 40% of Westerners, like Americans,
Yeah.
bachelor parties, women cheat with the strippers or they fuck some other guy.
Damn.
She's
That's
literally
what that
getting
is.
married and she goes and she fucks another guy. That's a statistic I read, about 20 to 40%.
Even
Okay.
men, I feel like it's easier for men to cheat, to do such kind of a thing, more than
Yeah,
ladies.
but the point is,
Mm-hmm.
modern society, modern feminism emphasizes and glorifies doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So,
With that said, you've okay. Well, that's a bit personal.
no,
I
ask.
will not ask.
Ask, it's
You've
fine.
never had like a female best friend,
I did.
Okay. So you had
Only
females.
one. Only one female best friend I never had any attraction to sexually.
Ah, you see.
She was another Indian. She was very tall.
Mm-hmm.
But the only reason I never was attracted to her was because she was reminding me of my sister. Her hair, the way she acted, the way she dealt with her issues was exactly like my sister. So I felt like a protective instinct for her. I never had any attraction to her whatsoever.
Oh, okay. So you can be friends with a lady that you have no attraction for,
Yeah, but there has to be circumstances.
like
You have
the
to be
one.
dating, for
Oh,
one.
okay.
Two, you have to be gay, or you have to see her as nothing more than, you have to see her something more than just a girl. For example, a friend, like a family member. I think only when you have that kind of mindset that you can ever be platonic friends with a woman. Otherwise, it's not possible.
Damn.
I know, like some people say they can be platonic, but how many stories have you heard about the girl who slept with her man's best friend, or with her girl's
Yeah,
best friend?
there are such stories actually.
It's very common because the simple fact is it happens.
Yeah.
There is always going to be that sexual attraction, no matter how much you lie about it. The only reason I never felt any sexual attraction to her was because one, she was the girlfriend of my best friend at the time,
Yeah.
and two, because she looked and acted exactly like my sister.
Okay. Wow.
So I think the only time you can ever forgive someone for cheating is if you're married.
If you're married.
Yeah, if you're married and you have, if you're married and if you have kids.
Okay.
The simple fact is, I just if I ever got married
Mm-hmm.
and my woman cheated on me and I had kids,
Yeah.
as angry as I am at her, I just cannot leave her because, statistically speaking,
Mm-hmm.
factually,
Yeah.
people who grow up in two-parent homes
Okay.
end up much better off in society. They have the loving care of their mother, the
Yeah.
strictness of their father,
Exactly.
the stability of two parents.
Yeah.
So, just so my child would have that and wouldn't suffer because of the foolish mistakes of one of their parents,
Mm-hmm.
I would be willing to swallow my pride and forgive them.
But if it's a toxic relationship, are there boundaries that you will not forgive? Maybe if they are physically abusive, that's when
Look, the simple fact is nothing. Nothing justifies physically abusing your partner.
Okay.
Look, emotionally abusing, verbally abusing,
Mm-hmm.
I think there are cases where you can accept it. It's just words.
Right, words can hurt, you know.
Yeah, but if you're married and you have kids,
Yeah.
honestly, I think accepting the verbal abuse is better than the physical. If you're getting physically abused,
Mm-hmm.
simple fact is you need to find a way to leave. Someone who can do that to the person they love the most,
Yeah.
you don't know what they'll do to other people.
Exactly.
Like, for example, think about like this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
There's this YouTube video I saw, okay, about this guy. His best friend asked him to go out with him, okay? He's like, yeah, let's go get some girls. He's like, what do you mean get some girls? Like, yeah, let's go get some girls. And like, he asked him, don't you have a girlfriend? Don't you have a girlfriend? Like, yeah, I have a girlfriend. So why are we going out to get girls? It doesn't matter, man. She won't find out. And he said, we can't be best friends anymore. Do you know why?
Yeah.
That girl does things for him. She loves him. She has sex with him.
Yeah.
She gives him intimacy. He's just a guy friend. He can't give him any of that. And if he can betray a girl who's willing to give him so much,
Yeah, it betrayed.
how easy would it be for him to betray?
Wow.
So that's the same. If there's a woman who loves you enough to marry you, to
Yeah.
promise to stay with you till the day you die,
Exactly.
and you start abusing her, you hit her
I think
consistently,
yeah.
you don't want to be around that person because that person will end up killing or hurting somebody else, if not you.
That's true. That's well said. Actually, there's so many cases in Kenya where a lady and a guy they hustle together so hard, and when they get money, or maybe the lady supports the guy to get money. You know, she give stuff to help him, or maybe they do a business together. When it grows, this man ditches her for another lady. That happens a lot.
Well, I can tell you why that happens, but I'm not condoning it. So
Okay, tell me why.
Don't think I'm just saying, yeah, this is okay, alright?
Say.
Men work on, at least those type of men work on the principle of value.
Mm-hmm.
My value increases. Your value has stayed the same.
Why
so why
would
should I
her
stay
value
with
stay
you?
the same?
Because I'm running the business. I'm making the money.
What if you're the two of you doing the business?
But I'm still a guy.
Damn.
That's the issue. Because look, the simple fact is, think about this, okay? One guy can impregnate 100 women, but one woman can't have the babies of 100 guys. So if you're talking about spreading your seed or bloodline or having more influence in the world, men have more value. Yeah, women have value because you guys create everything. Like if I'm being honest, there's, Sparta history.
Yeah.
My personal belief is I love Spartan society because you know why? The women there were respected because only the women could make the warriors and men. Women there were never slaves, they were never bottoms, they were always equal to men because you go anywhere else in Greece at the time, women were property.
Okay.
They were slaves. But in Sparta, women were equal to the men because only a woman can give birth to a Spartan. Only a woman can give birth to a man.
Wow, yeah, sure.
So if you don't respect that value and you just start using them as property, you have big problems.
Exactly.
So
but then the part that the value changes for a man, oh no, that's
it's
really good.
It's primitive psychology.
So
whether you like it or not, Africa is developing very fast. It's only half a century or a century ago we were still in hunter-gatherer tribes or enslaved. Okay, or we were colonized and we were vassal states of European countries.
Okay.
We have barely started changing our culture. We're still sticking to the tradition.
Yeah.
Like you go to Nigeria,
Mm-hmm.
they have this awful tradition of castrating females because it decreases the chance of them having babies. It disfigures their vaginas,
Yeah.
it cuts up their clitoris so they barely feel anything if they don't feel pain constantly.
Yeah.
There are many cultures like this. There are even cultures of selling your daughter for cattle or crop. Still in Kenya, you go deep into Kenya, you'll find farmers who sell their kids for food or job opportunities. It happens. I'm not saying it's a good thing, but that's the kind of culture we live
Yeah,
in.
we are. Do you think dowry is like selling your daughter to someone?
I think you could see it that way. In some cases it is. I'm not going to lie. In some cases it is.
Yeah, because I don't feel right about it.
But dowries are also an investment.
It's an
Because the
investment
simple
love
fact
because-
is, you don't know if that relationship will ever work out. Nobody does.
Yeah.
If I marry my daughter off, I'm not going to say 100% they're never going to break up or nothing's going to happen. That dowry is a safety net for the woman.
If
The
she
husband
comes back
cheats.
home,
If the husband cheats or leaves and she comes back home, she has something to support her, to cushion her fall and protect her.
okay.
And it also provides her family a safe. It also provides her family a little bit of boosting, no? Because whether you like it or not, in marriage, women have the value, not the men.
Yeah. Should
That's why-
marriage?
That's why we're giving dowries, because we want the approval, we want the love, we want to show that this woman is valuable to us, and we're willing to give up this amount of monetary gain for her.
Yeah.
So dowries can be good and bad depending on, like, you go to China, dowries are just crazy, like they're insane. Like you go to dowries and you have to pay something like 30,000 USD.
Yo.
And there are cases of the parents saying, we won't let the daughter walk out of the car if you don't add another 500,000 or
Damn.
5,000.
Damn. And that's paid instantly or
Yeah, you have to pay it right there, or you won't get married. Like you already paid 30,000, and they're saying, give us another 5,000 or she won't leave the car.
damn.
So dowries can be manipulated like this, but it depends on the person and how you use it. Because let's say if I'm getting married, I'll give a dowry and I'll be like, how about this? I will give 1 million USD.
1 million USD, just giving a number.
Yeah, I'm just saying, because to me,
Uh-huh.
to marry her that's the lowest value I can give her, because there is no high value.
Yeah.
Because if I'm marrying a woman,
There's no value.
if I'm marrying a woman, I love her more than anything on the planet. I will die and I will kill for that person.
Yeah.
And the minimum I'm willing to put monetary value on her is $1 million. She is never worth less than that to me.
Damn. Okay.
So when you're giving a dowry, it shows the bottom of how much you love someone.
Yeah.
I think, personally, for me, that's how you view it.
Yeah.
That's the most bottom.
So you're
part.
willing to commit, you're willing to give out
Yeah.
a lot of money for
Yeah.
this woman.
It shows like I worked hard for this money. I sacrificed for this money, and
Yeah.
I'm willing to give it up for her.
To have her in my
Yeah,
house.
so you can see dowry in that kind of romantic sense.
Wow. You know that people who have been married for so many years, they even getting old and they've never received a dowry.